Hello, beautiful people on the internet. We're starting the live. I know I'm a couple minutes late, but it's all good. It's all good. We are. I had to. It took time. It took time to get the computer going. Maybe some people are going to join us. Maybe some people are not. I'm going to share with you what Longarm or what quilt I have up. It's one from a block swap that I did years ago. I thought it would honor the fact that I've been on YouTube for 10 years, and this quilt top has quilt blocks that you, my viewers from YouTube, have participated in making with me. I have 2 of these, but when I was trying to do custom, this one I'm just going to do a panto, so I'm going to turn you around so you could see the quilt that I'm working on. I'm sorry, we're going to be shifting and moving, and this is how it's going to go for now. We're going to be on here for probably for about 30 minutes because I'm going to get the machine up and going. We already picked the thread color. We already have the back fabric with leaders, and I also am going to share a couple things that I did early this morning. I've been up early. No, I've been up early. Alright. So this is the quilt top I'm working on. You want to say hi, Miss Jones? Let me move this thing. Say hi, Miss Jones.
Hello, how are you? I'll be helping Lorena today.
We're going to be doing the 24 hours together. So this is it. I want to show you the quilt that we're going to be working on. This is her. Do you remember her from all those years ago that we did YouTube together? And we're debating on a sweet purple thread. You're not going to necessarily see it, but this is what we're going to do on the bottom. And I also cleared out all the shelving here, and we're going to be working while we're not on the live, getting all these quilt tops. Hold on. All these quilt tops ready to go. And so let me move you over here so you can see me, and I can get out of Mrs. Jones' way. Yeah. We're gonna, sorry guys, trying to figure this out. So this is the quilt we're gonna be working on. So who's here, Miss Jones? Can you read on there for me?
Where is it, Lorena?
It's right here. Right here. Oh. Say hi to everybody. Say hi to everybody who's joined us.
Good morning, Kevin.
We have Kevin,
Westmark, Joy Mallow, Tammy Thatcher. Let's see.
So I'm getting the quilt ready right now, so I'm going to move you so you can see me. It's not working, I don't have it going yet, so that, so you can see how we're starting. If we're not chatty right now, I'm sorry, we're just getting ready. Right, Miss Jones, we're just getting ready.
We are getting ready. I have the iron on to press the top.
And then I had to get everything kind of set up earlier, which I put leaders on the back fabric. Don't fall on me, girl.
Okay. Get this up.
And I want to do just as great work as I do for my clients, for myself. But I noticed hold on, Miss Jones, I'm gonna get over there.
Okay.
So Miss Jones is gonna be ironing my quilt, and I'm gonna be sewing it down so that it's locked in. So we're really starting from zero, so that we can get going. I think this is kind of neat because I have a camera set up, and before, when I used to do live streams, I would have to just sit in front of the computer and I couldn't leave. But now, like I could talk to y'all and move you into my personal space. And in a minute, be careful with the.
I see it.
I'm gonna bring you so you can see what I'm doing. So currently, I'm gonna be feeding the needle. And I'm gonna be locking the quilt down. I used to base the quilt down before. Let me get out of your way. And I'm gonna bring you up so you can see. You're really gonna see what my life is like when I work up here.
Joy wanted to know if you were starting the live 24-hour today.
Yes, ma'am. I accidentally put 2023, but it's today. Girl.
Mabel Brooks said good morning and that this is a nice quilt to start off the day with.
No, this is beautiful. I was gonna work. Hold on. Let me get this done. I did a block swap years ago. When did I do this block swap? Do you remember?
I don't remember, but I did the very same one, and I haven't done anything to it.
We did the block swap in 2018.
Could have been about that time.
So I've had this quilt made since 2018 when I did the block swap. And it was a Facebook block swap on Lorena's Quilting. So I have a Facebook group if you don't know. And we did a block swap. I think we ended up doing a dark background, which is a black background, a gray background, and a white background. You did your white one, right?
I did a white one.
And I'll show you.
Mabel Brooks said good morning. That's a nice quilt to start with today. And Michelle Pullen said hello. She's visiting us she's with us from the UK.
That
and
is
it
wonderful.
is 2:15
Well,
p.m.
I think I messaged you because you made a comment to me or somebody that someone was 6 hours ahead of me, and I said I think when I start the live, it will be around 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock for them, but I don't know if I'm talking to that same person. So this is the quilt top. I want to share with you this. Right now, my back is sagging. I don't know if you can see that. Even though I've pulled it real tight, it's kind of sagging right here. And so one of the tricks that I learned these are some magnets that you could buy at Harbor Freight. I ended up putting doorknobs on them. These doorknobs. You could literally grab your fabric and pull it taut that way. And now it's not, I don't know if you can see it sagging the way it was. Could you see it sagging?
I did see it sagging.
So, you can get and then pull the weight and then it won't sag anymore. You don't want a saggy back because then you can end up having pleats on the quilt. So what I'm going to do now, so you can see me, is I'm going to measure this quilt and get it ready to long arm. I don't know what I want to put on here as a design.
Sue D wants to know how many quilts are you trying to finish?
My hope is that I get 20. I don't know if you can hear me. Ask them if they can hear me well.
Can you hear Lorena?
Can you hear me? If you can hear me clearly, let me know. Because I think I got the volume right, but I'm not sure.
Let's see what they're saying.
My hope is
Yes, we can.
that I get 20 of them done.
Yes, they can hear you.
I want to get, so we're going to do this kind of transition. We're going to do a large, then we're going to do a couple small, probably 4 small ones, and then do another large. Baby quilts tend to quilt a lot quicker. It takes less than maybe 30 minutes on some of them, maybe an hour. So my hope is that I may sew a couple baby quilts together and on one piece of fabric have the long arm quilt the whole thing in one shot. But what's good about doing a large quilt is that I'm able to prepare the other quilts for long arming. But that's my hope. That's what we're hoping for. But it doesn't mean it may happen. I just kind of, ooh, this is beautiful.
Thank you, Mabel Brooks, for the thumbs up for Lorena's channel,
Paisley
YouTube
flowers.
channel. GM is from Virginia.
Virginia?
Virginia. Mm-hmm.
Virginia. Oh, should I do flowers on this thing? Hold on. And then I have a lot of designs that I quilt for clients, and then I don't have my quilts quilted, so I'm like, well, this is how life is. Hold on. Right now I'm picking a design. That's why you see me leaning on my machine. Let me pick. What kind of design should I do this with?
That would be
I want a pretty design on here. It's taken me forever to finally long arm it. Let me see. Let me bring you in so you can see the designs, because you're probably going to get bored watching me standing by the computer. If you see me on YouTube and I'm standing on the computer, what you're seeing me do is pick a design or figure out what I should long arm on this thing. So at this current time, trying to figure out what I want to long arm here. I long armed this before and it quilts beautiful, but I want to get things done. That will take forever.
Good morning, Lanica.
Lonica's on here?
Yes, she's here.
She makes me laugh. I love you, girl. Miss Lonica. Let's see. How does it look? Text me, okay? Text me.
Annika said the live looks good.
Okay, this is what I want. I love one of my favorite designs. It's this one. I don't know if you can see it. Let's get you close. That's one of my favorite designs. This one. I love this design. It has like little birds on it. I also love this other design. So which ones do y'all like? Okay, so I'm gonna pick that one. Sugar skulls are, ooh, that would be pretty. Sugar skulls. So I'm gonna put here, we're gonna measure. So I'm gonna bring you out. And we're gonna measure. I know you see me right, I'm sorry. The only way we could do this at this current time. I am like doing, we're learning this new skill on doing lives. It's very interesting, and it could be very expensive, but we're not gonna talk about that. We're gonna measure. So I'm gonna measure the long arm or the quilt. I need to move that basket out of here.
We have Sherry McGill, and she's from Indiana.
That is a blessing. Thank you for everybody joining me. Can you do me a favor, Miss Jones?
Yes.
there's a piece of paper, and can you write their names down?
Okay.
We're gonna do a fabric giveaway on this one, and she's gonna write down all your names, and we're gonna put it. And then on the next live, I'm gonna announce it. And on the next live, I will also message you. You have to be subscribed because we're doing the live on YouTube for you to win. And also after this live, I'm going to do a live on TikTok. And we're going to do a giveaway there too. So she's going to be writing down your names. And this way we're basic people, okay? I'm not going to use a computer and have the computer do all the... We're going to put your names in a little bowl, and we're going to draw your name out, and whoever name I get, I will contact you. I will message you and let you know that you won. I promise I will try to find you. If you are subscribed to me, I should be able to find you. Or I will announce the winner on the next live. Okay, on the next live, I will announce the winner, and I will announce what you're winning. And in that live, I will also ask you, if you have Facebook, to message me on Facebook Messenger. And if you have TikTok, to message me on TikTok because it's more private. You can't message me here because I won't get in sometimes. And so I could get your address and send you the blessing. Okay, so let me measure the quilt real quick. So, and I'll show you in a minute after I get the long arm what I'm giving away. So my hope is, so this quilt is since 2018, right? Is that
yes,
right?
Yes, I do believe that's
2018.
when we did that.
So I've had this quilt for 6 years, and we did the block swap on the Facebook group. I think I want to do another one, another block swap. So if you ever want to do like a round robin or a block swap, let me know. The people who were on that block swap was wonderful. We ended up having 3 groups, and it ended up being 36 people. So it was really neat to be, literally, I think on this one, I mailed everybody and let them know where, like, some people were from Texas, some from Georgia, some from Alabama, some from New Mexico. I know there was a couple people in the block swap that were from New York, it was just neat, like mailing out all these quotes to different people. So I'm gonna show you the design, and maybe I'll let you pick it. Let me bring you closer, okay? I'm gonna bring you closer. So this is one of the designs. I'm going to draw you near. Is it getting you close? Yeah. So that's one of the designs I was thinking of. I love this design. Or, you tell me, which ones y'all like? Or tell Miss Jones. This is called Sugar Skulls. I don't know about that one. Or this one. This has little birds in it, and I love little birds. What do y'all think? Can you see it? What do they say?
We have Mamie from Rockwall, Texas. And let's see if anyone's commented on. We have Ingrid Hunt with us.
Miss Ingrid, I have your quilt done, but I can't send it to you. You could pick it up Wednesday.
Ingrid's put a tote of fabric in her car, and she will drop it off after work.
Miss Ingrid Hunt, I have your quilt done too, okay? So I would love to show it here, but
Becky Parker said 24 hours, you got this.
So let's see.
Sherry, okay.
We're gonna go
She
here.
said, Sherry McGill said she would definitely do the block swap with you. Lanica, she said she remembers this quilt.
You remember this one?
It's like a beautiful piece of jewelry to me. I can't see the Joy Marlowe. She said she can't see them.
The designs?
She put on here, Kevin Westmark said #1 design.
Which was the, hold on.
Sherry.
Let me get you.
She said, and Becky Baker says the one with the birds.
The one with the birds. Okay. I was gonna get you closer because someone
Ingrid said, yay, you can show it if you want.
I can show your quilt.
She said you can show her quilt.
I'm not gonna get in trouble.
She said she wants to show your quilt, Ingrid.
I'm not gonna get in trouble.
True Blue Quilt said hello from Arizona. Sherry McGill also says the birds.
The bird. Okay, we're gonna do the birds. All right. So look, are you sure, Miss Ingrid, I can show the quilt?
She said yes.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna wait. Hold on. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna move you. I'm making one of these two. I don't want to get in trouble, girl. Okay.
Okay. No, it's okay as long as we don't talk about the site for testing.
Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, I need to turn around. Hold on, I'm sorry. Give me a minute. You know the neat thing about editing videos is I could cut all this stupid this stupid stuff out, you know? Okay.
Nana 1776 says good morning.
Do they see the face? Okay, hold on. Can they see the face?
Can you see the face?
Okay, do you see it? Wait, look. This is Miss Ingrid Hunt's quilt. Isn't it delicious?
Let's see if they see it.
Can you see it? You can see it now. I'm finished. She's finished.
Oh, I can see it.
Can you see it?
You know, look in there. I can't see it.
When you look at
but
it.
Look at this.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Let me fix the. Miss Ingrid Hunt.
Kendra Ivy got the kids off to school. So glad I got to tune in. Thank you for doing this. I enjoy you down to the earth. Your down to earth attitude. Happy Monday from Rainy, Missouri.
I love you.
Kendra said that's gorgeous. What a work of art from Sherry McGill.
No, right? Do you want to see?
Nana, she said it's beautiful.
I'm going to bring you closer so you can see the quilting.
She said that looks. Cindy Simpkins, that looks amazing.
You need to see the detail.
Diane Wilson, yes, I love it. Joan Marlowe, beautiful.
Isn't it beautiful?
And Ingrid said, "You're a magician."
This is beautiful, right, Miss?
Yes.
Ingrid Hunt. I love her quilts.
And True Blue Quilts, yes, I see it. Ingrid, that's an amazing, so beautiful. And Mabel Brooks, wow, that is beautiful.
Isn't it beautiful?
Like a photograph.
She did 2 of them. Miss Ingrid Hunt did 2 of these quilts, and they're just lovely. And I believe Miss Hunt told me not to trim it. I'm not supposed to trim it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the long arm.
Okay, let me go back sharing the peel. We got Nana.
Let's start.
Becky. Do I have Becky?
Doing a little show and tell, you know. I love her quilts. They're the most beautiful quilts. Well made. She's an artist. I need to custom quilt her. Sorry. Technical difficulty.
True Blue Quilts said, yes, I see it. Ingrid, that's it's amazing. So beautiful. CMB number 8. Good morning, Lorena and Jeanette.
So this is the quilt. This is what we're going to work on today. You can see some areas where the piecing is wrinkly, and I'm just going to iron that down. I was just trying to stretch it to fit the block, and I probably had a couple mistakes, but it's still dipping. I don't know if you see the dipping. I'm going to put this underneath. So I'm going to pull this out. Pull this down and pull that.
Ingrid said she can't wait to pick it up, and thank you to everyone.
When you need to text me when you want to get it, okay, girl? Because I'm supposed to be here for 24 hours. Seriously, it's gonna be fun. I'm so excited. This is a quilt that's mine. I have cleared out about 33 quilts from the first week of March all the way to this February, all through February. I ended up getting a whole bunch of work and I cleared it out. I currently only have 2 custom quilts and 2 other quilts. So I decided to do this for myself. I'm just excited. So I'll show you what the quilting looks like. How long have we been on the live?
Let's see. Where is it?
I don't know if you can see
Where is
the quilting. I'm using a soft purple. And let me bring you here. So you'll see
it's 8:36 now.
what the quilting will look like. And this has the birds. A bird there, a bird there, and a bird there. I'm starting at 8:36. We're starting Longarming. And I don't know if the noise bothers y'all.
Sue D wants to know what's the oldest top you have to quilt.
Oh, hold on. Let me move you. I have a couple antique quilt tops that I found. I don't know how old they are, but I can tell you about my quilt tops. I have a quilt top that I made in 2000. That's mine, and I'll show you. Hold on. And then I have several antique quilt tops that I want to quilt. I'll show you both of them.
Diane Wilson wants to know what color thread you are using.
I'm using a soft purple. It's a really soft purple. And the reason I'm using a soft purple is colors tend to pop on black. Okay, for my birthday, probably like 5 years ago, I found this quilt top. I found her. And I paid probably, what, $40 for her maybe? Maybe $40 for her. She's handmade. And then someone asked me if I wash my antique quilt tops. The answer is yes. And the reason I wash them is I want to know if there's any problems, and if they can't survive a wash. That's important to know, because if they can't survive a wash on its own, it may have problems if you wash it once you've quilted it. For example, and I'll show you a quilt top that I washed.
Joy Mello says we have been on for 36 minutes.
Okay. So this quilt, I washed this by itself, and you see that the block didn't survive. You want to know if a quilt, an antique quilt top, can survive a washing. If I would have washed this after I long armed it, it would have still done this, but I already would have put a lot of work into it, meaning I would have put money into the back fabric, the quilting, and then if you wash it, then you find after the fact that the quilt has problems. But now that I know, I can literally take this block out, and there's another one here. Hello. And there's another one here. Quilt tops tend to really last, especially antiques, handmade quilt tops. So if you get one, wash it. Wash it by itself on a gentle cycle. Make sure you put a lot of downy in there, because you want the downy to soften the fiber of the fabric. So this one had 3 blocks that fell apart, and in those 3 blocks, I could take them out and I could make my own, or I could trim this quilt down 1 row and salvage some of the blocks and add them, and then I still have a beautiful quilt top. But I already know that these blocks cannot survive a washing, but I know that these blocks did. So I think this is one of the oldest quilt tops. Why is it doing that? How annoying is that? So this is one of the antique quilts. I'm not going to quilt it because I have to repair it, but you want to wash before you. You're not long arm them first. I don't recommend, but you do you. There's no rules. This quilt top I did in 2014. I wanted to custom quilt this one. And you know when quilts sit for a long time in a bin, they have a smell. This one has a bit of a smell. I made this for my husband, and he didn't like it. Maybe I made it for myself because the fabric has like a shimmer, a glitter to it. And I just like the fabric. But I made this for him, and he didn't really like it, so I kind of put it away, and I made him something else. And I think he didn't like it because maybe it was kind of girly. I don't know if you see that. I like shimmer. I don't know if you see my eyeshadow. I love shimmer. So that was probably 2014. And I'll show you my 2002. Was it 2002, Miss Jones?
Yes.
I did this in 2002. It was the first time I pieced something, and I loved it. I got it. This is when the internet wasn't that, like, yes, we had internet, but it wasn't like it is now. And so I made this quilt top. I don't know if you old schoolers know, like, you got patterns for magazines, fonts and quarters. And so this quilt top was made from a pattern that I found in a magazine. And I just loved the colors. And I made it, and then I added this border, and I just got stuck and stopped doing it. I had a friend who was a long armer, and I think I had my long arm already. Yeah, I did. No, I didn't. I don't think I had my long arm yet. And the friend, I don't know if she was really a friend, she says, "Oh, you cut off your points," and I didn't know what she meant. I didn't know. I didn't know that this was supposed to have been like that, but I ended up doing this. So this is one of my first real effort piecing. I've become a better piecer, but I still love this quilt. I love the colors. Anyway, but I think I made this in 2000. So what's that? Maybe 2000. That's what 22 years ago. It's 22 years old, and I still haven't long armed it. I think when she told me, my friend told me that I did it wrong, I kind of got discouraged, and I just folded it and put it away. I didn't even put a border on it, and I just kind of gave up. But the truth is who cares, right? It's a pretty quilt. And it was made by my hands, and it was made by me. And then I made this one in 2015. So I have quilts that I've made. I believe I did a tutorial on this one. I was going to custom quilt it because you see the marking. I don't know.
Sherry McGill said she can see that your bins are empty in the back. You've been busy.
I ended up clearing out all my clients' quilts because and then I have 4 more to do. 4 more clients' quilts. 2 custom and 2 regular, just panto quilting like this. And I decided that I literally right now put everything in bins so I could just, this is about me being selfish. Well, you know, when that lady, I bought her 10 quilts, I was so discouraged because I was like, you know, what are my kids going to do with these if I don't do something with them? Like, I feel like if I quilt this one, I could give it to, I don't know, my son or a family member. I was thinking these for my grandchildren. You know what I mean? Like, while I'm still alive, I could see them using them.
Kendra Ivy, she said she's a new long armor.
Yes.
And she was thinking about keeping a small journal of all the quilts that she has long armed with pictures. Do you keep anything like that?
I have my camera, but the truth is no. I think if you're a really good long armor, you'll get to the point you don't have time for that. I used to be able to go and let me sit down for a minute. I used to be able to go outside, throw the quilts out, take beautiful pictures, and then I would post them on Facebook. So I guess Facebook is like a journal for me, but I know a lot of the younger generation don't tend to do that. To be honest, I'm not that organized and I'm not that motivated. Hold on. Why is this doing this? I'm not that motivated sometimes, and I just kind of like, when you get really busy in Longarming, you end up having to deal with making receipts for client, contacting a client, getting everything organized, like going through the quilt and cleaning it before they pick it up. I trim my clients' quilts, and so you're kind of getting a lot of prep work before they pick it up. And so to stop and take a picture or lay a quilt down and take a picture, it takes time away from like getting other stuff done. And keep in mind, like just from March, because I really started working. I did 1 quilt in February and I wouldn't work in January. So from March to February, I quilted 33 quilts. And I think what happens is that becomes like a grind, and you're not, it's really hard to stop and take pictures and make a folder or photograph thing. and print the photograph. I mean, it would be great. I wish I could, but it gets to the point, like, for me personally, I don't have time. So I do have a phone that's full of pictures of my clients, and the neat thing is I recommend you do some type of social media, because then you could do videos, and you're literally kind of doing a video log of the quilts that you're working on. And the neat thing about what I do is I'm getting paid by my client, and then I'm doing video work and editing videos of the quilt that I worked on for my client. And so I have like a whole, if you go through my feed, I've been doing YouTube for 10 years, and you can go through the feed all these beautiful quilt tops that I've quilted for clients. And now on that, I also get some type of financial reimbursement through YouTube. So it's almost like, but to make myself a little journal, Miss Jones is real good about making journals about the projects she's done. She's very organized, but I also think that that's a time thing for me. So I don't feel like I have time, and I'm not a very, but if you do it, I think it'd be great. Like, you could put the thread color, the thread you use, the quilting design you put on there, you know, the client that you had, that you could do her name and address and all her information. And it would be great if you could do that, and then you can send, you know, postcards. Hey, I love you, you know, I did work for you. I don't do anything like that. I don't. Once a client comes, if I don't see him 10 years, I've had other clients come in, and I'm doing work for them, and I kind of just, I don't do that at all. And I've had some really wonderful clients, and some of my clients have passed away, and but I do have a photo journal on my phone. Also too, if you are long arming for clients, take pictures of the quilts when you're giving them to them, so you can see, you have proof that you long armed it, that the quilt was done well. Take a picture in the front and the back. Send pictures to your clients to let them know that you're done. And like I sent I think I sent 5 quilts to a client who is out of state, and I took pictures of all the quilts and the way the quilts got. I shipped them to her, so, you know, I know that I have a photo log of what I'm working on and what I've done. And if there's any question, like something happened to this quilt, I kind of have my own photo log of it. I had a client the other day. She told me that I screwed up her quilt. Not her quilt. She wanted a label on the back fabric of a quilt, and I embroidered the label on the fabric itself. I checked it when I put it on the computer. Checked it when I checked that thing like 10 times, because once you quilt it, and I also bound the quilt, I knew that it would be a whole lot of work to fix it. And the client was telling me that I embroidered the wrong name on a quilt. And I took a picture of her paperwork, and I took a picture of what I quilted and what I embroidered, and she was kind of like upset, thinking I messed up, and I even thought maybe I did mess up. And I sent her a picture. I said, I'm sorry, ma'am, I literally embroidered what you asked me to embroider. And that kind of saved me. If I would have not saved her paperwork, that she wrote all her information down, I would have her quilt, and I would be stitching it, and I would be fixing it for free. But once I showed her that she's the one that kind of made the mistake, I kind of saved myself. I saved myself there. That was a good save, Lorena. And I was going to throw that paperwork away. I was going to chunk it. And something told me to keep it, or take a picture of it at least, until that client got her quilt, and until that client was satisfied with what I did. And she did message me saying, you screwed up, and I'm like, oh no, I screwed up again. And it wasn't me. I didn't screw up. But if you have time for it, I do recommend it. I mean, God, I've been long arming since 2008, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 2016 is 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been long arming for 16 years. Have I been doing it? I've been long arming for 16 years, and I've been doing YouTube for 10. And so, but at one time, if you go through my personal Facebook, you see all these beautiful quilts that I did for clients back then. And then if you look at my back catalog on YouTube, you'll see I was long arming in my house at one time. So it long armed till 8:36.
8:36.
So how long? It's 8:50. So let me set up the quilt. If y'all want to see me setting up the quilt and getting it going, all right.
Becky Peterson said that quilt with the points cut off.
Yeah.
I think she did it. It was 24 years ago.
That was 24 years ago? Did she do it?
She said, but that quilt with the stars, with the points cut off. So that is cool. 24 years ago.
I think you know at the time you did Fawns and Porters, and you could only get magazines, and you can only do you can only find patterns on magazines. There was no internet. The way there is internet here. There was no internet. There was dial-up. It was dial-up.
She said once you get it quilted,
yeah,
all the extra textures and the bumps and stuff and the cutoff points are less noticeable. And she said, wow, I am not so into half square triangles.
Well, you know, when I did those half square triangles, do you remember they would have you cut there was no paper half square triangles. Do you remember?
Yes.
That didn't exist.
No.
There was no dangles. You know, dangles did not exist. And so I remember in that pattern, you literally had to cut like a square and then cut the half square triangles, and there was a lot of bias. But I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, Miss Jones, where you had to cut out the triangle and there was no thangles, or there was no way of doing half square triangles. That wasn't a thing.
Yes.
That's how old that quilt is.
Now Becky, she said, can you tell those of us who are late a bit about the quilt on the machine? And also, do you have any goal or hopes for this 24 hours?
Well, one of the goals for me, I would be personally happy. I'm going to cut off the battery.
Okay.
I would personally be happy if I only get 10 quilts done. I'll be fine. But my goal, I would love to get 20 quilt tops done. And the reason I would love to get 20 quilt tops done is I would love to get 5 big quilts done and 10 baby quilts. I think I could do that. Could be something I could do. This quilt, I have a Lorena's Quilting Facebook group, and I told the group earlier, Lorena's Quilting Facebook group, and this is part of a block swap that I did. I started getting a pretty decent Facebook group following, and I asked them if we also did another block swap. Hold on. Let me show you. This was my first block swap. I don't know if some of my old followers, this is one of my old block swaps. So the way I did the block swaps is one person got like a specific color. Like one person got red, one person got, they each individually got a certain color. And this was my very first one, and I believe I only did it with 12 people. And at one time I was out of the block swap, and then someone, this is my block. And then someone left the group, and so I ended up doing it, and I ended up having one. But I ran it. And so what they did is everybody got a color, and they got their own fabrics, and then they did 12 of them, and they all 11 people sent me all the blocks, and then I swapped them. I waited till I got all 12, and I swapped them, and I sent them to the subscribers or to people who were on my Facebook group. And I ended up doing that one year, and it was so much fun that we ended up doing it again, and that's what this quilt is too. One person got a specific color, and like some people have red, some people had teal, purple, green, yellow, and they did 12 of these blocks. What I learned a lot about this block is that you can literally kind of screw up the block because it has so many seams, and I believe this was a 15.5 by 15.5 quilt top. And so I did 2 of them. In a minute I'll show you the second one. You'll have to remeasure.
Yes, Becky said that half square triangle one, if you said that you did it in 2000, that would have been 24 years. She didn't do the quilt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
If you did it in 2000.
it was one of my very, I don't even think I had a long arm at the time because I didn't get, yeah, and I think I had, my babies were still little babies. They were still little ones. They were still, you know, when you I have 5 kids, guys, so like I didn't have a life. I love you, children.
True Blue Quilt said that she was doing some custom quilting and made short videos on each day. She said her customers really enjoy seeing the progress on Instagram.
For sure. And if you're doing, I would also go on TikTok. There's a beautiful following on TikTok where they're like I just started doing TikTok. I know it could be controversial, but I didn't do TikTok for a lot of years because it had so much controversy. I'm not saying the word right. It had a lot of chitter chatter connected to the app, but I ended up going on TikTok maybe this year and last year, and I met some wonderful quilters out there. As a matter of fact, now I could do live streams. After I get off of this live, I'm probably going to go on a live on TikTok. But any type of filming, and honestly, you guys have it so good, this younger generation of long armers, because there's a community of long armers out there. Like when I started, there was nobody sharing YouTube videos. There was not, Angela Walters was not out there. Natalie Bloom was not out there. The only one that was long arming that I saw on YouTube was Sharon Chamber, and she's an award-winning quilter. Like, yeah. I even think Linda's Electric Quilting was only one of the other people that was on there too. Linda's from Linda's, and this is when that lady Linda owned it. Now there's a different owner that owns that place. But she was one of the first long armers to share content, and you would have to pay for it. I remember having to pay like $20-$30 to watch her videos because she wouldn't. There was an app that you had to like pay for it. Right now, you have a community of long armers that share content. But I didn't find anybody willing to share the struggles, the problems. I ended up finding a lot of people only wanted to share like the perfect quilts. And then I struggled saying, what's wrong with me that I have not perfect quilts? Is it me? Am I putting it on wrong? Am I stretching the quilt wrong? Am I doing something wrong to the quilt that the client sent me? Like, no one was sharing content. Even, I think Natalie Bloom currently doesn't share. Well, she's the one making her quilt tops, so they better be perfect. But there's not a lot of people that share. And now you have a community of people that, and I know a lot of people are long arming now, or a lot of people have been long arming, but now they're willing to share their work publicly. And a lot of times people won't share. Like, I was chubby, I was a lot more heavier, and so I wouldn't do content because I was, you know, I was a heavy lady, like 300 pounds, and I didn't want to share like out there. And then I lost weight, and I'm like, you know what, just go for it, who cares? you're too old to care. And I know a lot of people started doing YouTube videos with long arm quilting because they saw me and they saw, well, if she's out there and she's kind of succeeding, I could do it too, and I have a machine. And I think the more of us that are out there, the better the community of long arm quilting. We become a community because if there's only one or two of us, but if we have like 20 or 100 or 200 or 2,000 or whatever we have of people sharing content, the better we become. I think another one that was out there, and he started going out there, was Jamie Wallen. I'm gonna have to reset this stupid thing. Okay.
Sue D says that she has 2 tops from 2003, and she needs to get it on the long arm to quilt. She says she feels that a sample quilt needs custom, but they take so long to do.
Well, a lot of the reasons why I have so many quilts is because I want to custom them. But I keep telling myself, like years in, that I'll do it, and I still haven't done it, so I'll never do it. That's why I was like, you know what? You're going to do this 24-hour live. Sorry, I'm making noise. You're going to do this 24-hour live, and you're just going to quilt the quilts. You're not going to... And, you know, one of the things like Ingrid Hunt and Kathy Stockton, I love their quilts. And I know I had another client, they would ask me to do custom work. And I'll only do custom work for specific clients, like specific. Like clients that I love, clients that I've had for forever. Because in the end, I know I won't make any money because of the time they consume. But on the other end, I do have 3 of my quilt tops, and I want to challenge myself, like do a week challenge of like, I am going to custom quilt my own quilt week challenge. I want this year to be a year of accomplishing tasks that are for myself. And so this year in January, I went to Big Ben and I wanted to get in enough shape so I could do certain specific trails. And something about doing something that you didn't believe you could do kind of motivates you in other areas. Like, I want to know if I could do this. How many quilts can I get done? I may fail. I may epically fail, right, Miss Jones?
It's possible.
We may fall asleep. But you know what? It don't matter.
We don't care.
I'm getting this quilt done. And what? Okay, I'm going to show you a quilt. Hold on. Let me just measure here.
Kendra Ivy wants to thank you for answering her questions so thoroughly. And she said, I love your take on a journal using YouTube, but not stressing about keeping one.
I wouldn't worry about it. I think, now, if you're that kind of person that you just, honestly, it would be wonderful. I wish I had a journal of all the quilts that I've quilted for clients, but I wouldn't have.
She said she hopes someday she'll be as busy as this.
Honestly, start making specials. Start doing quilt specials. The way I started getting busy is I started offering, and I did it for years. I'll quilt 3 quilts and I'll do 1 for free. And if you go and tell people in a long arm quilting community that you're willing, or a quilting community that you're willing to quilt a quilt top for free, they'll come to you, girl. They'll come.
Kevin Westmark, he said that's how he learned how to quilt and fix all the quilt problems that he encountered is from all the situations you run into. You have made me a better quilter.
Oh, that is so sweet. Yeah. You know what? I think I screwed up this quilt.
What did you do?
I'll be fine. 1,
Ingrid said
2.
She loves you.
I love you too, Miss Ingrid Hunt. I'm doing a custom quilt for her. It's going to take me forever, but it's going to be beautiful. And one of the things that I love about her is that she's pushed me to long arm. Hold on, I'm sorry. Oh no, add another row. She's pushed me to do custom quilts when I didn't want to. I'm just gonna long arm it. Just go what I know. What I'm doing right now. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine.
True Blue Quilts. People ask for custom quilting, then decide they don't want to pay my higher rates.
Oh wow. Honestly, that's a blessing to you because then you could just do your own custom quilting for yourself.
Yeah.
You have to find a specific client that, like I love Miss Ingrid Hunt and Kathy Stockton. They're the kind of clients that whatever you want to charge, I will pay you. They bring me quilts constantly and they want their quilts finished, and I also believe that they have the financial resources to get their quilts done by a professional. So you're just gonna have to find a client that, and like Miss Ingrid Hunt, she's like an artist. Well, you saw one of her quilts, right? It's an art. It's like a beautiful art quilt. It's beautiful. She's an artist, and so she understands the value of what artwork is and how much time you invest in it. And it's okay. You want those kind of clients, and you can be, well, when I was young and I wanted work, I didn't care who came to me because I wanted just the work. But I've been doing it so long, I'm to the point I'm more picky about my clients. As a matter of fact, I told one client the other day, like, don't bring me your quilts anymore. And she was going to bring me 4. And I had already done, I believe, 15 for her. And I want, I'm so bad. And one of the reasons is, it's, she was a harasser. She was harassing me constantly. I don't have time for harassment. I have time to quilt for you. I have time to do the work for you, but but before, when I had my 5 kids and they were in my house and I needed to feed them, and this was an income that applied to the needs of the home, and my husband at one time lost his job, and this is how we didn't drown. You do what you have to do, but I think now that I'm 50 years old, my kids are gone, they're grown up, it's just me and my husband, and I have a daughter that is still with us, but she's not a burden, or she has her own job and makes her own money.
Tammy Thatcher wants to know, do you do a lot of t-shirt quilts?
Yes. I hate them, but yes. I charge more for them. I charge a lot more for them because they're the worst. You have to also know that the person who made the t-shirt quilt kind of knows what they're doing, because I've had some t-shirt quilts where they didn't iron it enough, or they didn't use the white interfacing, and the t-shirt literally pulled up, and I had to go back and fix it, and there was like cuddling and pleating, and it was just like an insanity. Yes, I do t-shirt quilts, and you can long arm over the vinyl, and you can long arm over embroidery if it's not so thick. So yes, I have, and honestly, if you're out there and you're interested in making money, people want people who will make t-shirt quilts for them. They would love you. People ask me, will you do a t-shirt quilt for me? I'm like, no. Let me roll my eyes. No. It's not I did 4? I did 4 t-shirt quilts for a girl, and I charged her $400 or $500, $500, $400, $500, $450. I ended up making $500 a quilt when it came with tax and everything. I ended up hiring somebody because she wanted 4 quilts, and trimming the fabric interfacing the fabric, trimming the fabric again was miserable. So I hired a friend and I paid her, oh, what did I pay her? I think I paid her $100 to build a quilt. Did I pay you? Was it you I paid? Oh, I paid Miss Jones $100. I paid Miss Jones $100 to make the quilt top for me. You did 2 or 1?
I did too.
She did 2 for me, and another lady did 2 for me, and it was worth every penny because doing 4 t-shirt quilts for somebody
It is
is
consuming.
torture.
Mm-hmm. True Blue Quilts. She said she have a few dedicated customers that bring her beautiful quilts and even told her to raise her rates. It is a privilege to partner with them.
Yes, and those are the people. What you could do to get them to bring you more people is if you bring me a person and they bring me 2 quilts, you can do whatever you want, right? I'll give you batting for free because I get my batting wholesale. So you could do, like, I'll do the batting for free for you, or I'll give you half off on a quilt top. I'll give you a quilt top for free. Motivate your clients to shout you out. People will trust their friends more than you shouting yourself out. And one way you can shout yourself out is leading them to your, like, one of the things that gets people to come through my door is them watching my Longarm quilting channel. People literally, I go, what do? I go, I'm a Longarm. They're like, oh, I have some quilts. And I go to my Lorena's Quilting, and you can see my work. You can see how I work. And then they call me because they saw me on YouTube. They see how I work with my clients. They see how I do clients or my quilts, and they'll literally come back. And I'll literally just give them my card and say, go check me out on YouTube. And you don't even have to put pressure on them, push them, and then if you get a good group of clients, they have probably 4 friends, 3 friends that quilt with them. Offer them incentives, like if you shout me out, or if I get a client because of you, I'll do a quilt for you for free. And I had one lady who brought me 10 people. Guess what she got? 10 quilts for free.
Yeah.
And I love her for that because those clients that she brought me, they each brought me probably 3 quilts. And she brought me 10 people, so I ended up getting 30 quilts. And so find ways to get people to come through your door. People like Joanne's, why they're going bankrupt, right, is they offered coupons. I mean, the lady who I bought that saw the quilt tops from, one of the things that she had going, and I know that girl would use those coupons every week and buy fabric for herself. And they say that the brain, when there's a special of some kind, the brain starts to get excited. Dopamine starts hitting the brain, and then they're like motivated to do something because they're getting a deal. But on the other end, when you get too busy, I'm too busy now. So in December, if I have a new client, and you're a brand new client, and you've never come to me before, I don't do it now, but before, I'd go bring me 4 quilts and I'll do 1 for free, or bring me 4 quilts and I'll give you the batting for free. And that person ended up bringing me 4 people, and those 4 people also bought me 4 quilts, and they each got a free quilt. Now, I'm at a point where there's no way I want to do that anymore, because it's just a lot of work and you're not making any money other than the 3 quilts that you've done for them. But I want you to just keep in mind that there's ways of getting them in, especially people who already have invested so much money in their quilt tops. They want to get them done. They just know that Longarm quilting is expensive, and you need to raise your rates. whatever the community rate is in the quilting community, raise your rate to that, because at one time my rates, I used to charge 0.015, and they were charging 2.02, and I was still giving a quilt for free with that rate. And what I ended up doing is raising my rates, and I didn't lose my clients because they knew, even though my rate was high as everybody else, but they had the incentive to get a free quilt or half off on batting or free batting. There's ways, and in the summer when it used to be slow for me, I'm sorry I'm talking too much, I used to literally do those specials to get people to come, because summer in here in Texas is so hot, people don't want to be making quilts or bringing quilts. So the way I did it is I would do a summer special. So you could do a whole bunch of stuff like that, and then you get busy, and then you could kind of like remove that and start charging for all the quilts. That's where I'm at now. Go ahead. Who was asking?
Ingrid, when it said Ingrid Hunt, when you give an artist time and resources, you get the best product. That's why I don't haggle. The price is the price.
What you charge is what you charge.
And Memory Bear Business, he says, baby clothes quilts are also always in demand, but can be a pain.
They're hard.
Oh, they're hard to do.
Well, I did a baby quilt for a lady years ago with her baby clothes, and I think the baby was a preemie. I mean, it was a sweet, and I did a heart quilt. And this is the time when my husband lost his job. For sure, I did that job. But if I think about it now, I think I charged her probably like $170, and I thought I was like breaking her bank account. And I spent, I don't know what, just in taking the clothes apart.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, one lady, she wanted a quilt top with baby clothes, her little daughter's clothes, and she wanted only to pay me $100, and I told her no. I said, I quilt one quilt, and I make $200, and it takes me 3 hours. For me to make you that baby quilt is going to take me 30 hours, and you want me to charge you $100. No. In those 100 hours, I could have made more money just in quilting, and even if you're not making money, at least you're quilting your own quilts. Keep that in mind. Like, it's your time to do what you want to do. Go hang out where you want to hang out. If you want, like, this year, I entered this year, like, I'm not going to do anything unless it's what I want to do. And clients will text you, ask you, be on top of you, and that's okay. But if you're going to do that, you're going to pay me. And if you're not paying me, you can't demand my time, you can't be on top of me about stuff, you can't require when, like, that's a blessing of being your own boss and doing your own work. You can decide what you want to do, and no one's like controlling your time. But I'm on road 2. It's quilting, but we're gonna let you go. Anybody else have a question before I leave?
Well, CMB number 8 said that Ingrid's Hunt's quilt looks like the Mona Lisa.
It's beautiful, right?
Let's see what else. Thank you. CMB8 said thank you for answering her questions about washing your rescue quilt tops. CMB number 8, it makes so much sense. Chris.
Yeah.
And Nana. 1776. Do you have a wholesale for pricing? Oh, a website for pricing?
No. Okay. I don't have a website because it's a lot more money.
Okay.
I'm the kind of person, like, I'm going to put money where I make money. I put money on thread. I put money on batting. I put money into my machine or my equipment. I put money in my cameras because they make me money. I did a website a long time ago and I was paying for it and I wasn't getting any hits. I realized that my business was more about people sharing me to other people. And so my recommendation is that you want people, your clients, to shout you out, to show off their quilt, and then people will ask, where did you get it quilted? Give incentives for them to bring you clients, and also to give them incentives for bringing their clients to quilts to you. So I do not have a website. I do have the YouTube channel, and I also do have like now a TikTok following, and that's how I advertise. If you want to find me, we have like the internet now where you can communicate, and you don't necessarily need a website that you're spending money on, because the internet is for free predominantly. Now if you're gonna sell products, like I want to sell some products when it comes to my lasering, maybe down the line I am gonna do a website, but I currently find that for me that's not where I want to go. And so no, I noticed I did a website and they want you to pay for like giving yourself stars, like self-promoting yourself. It also has an email system where it harasses your clients, so they get their email and then they're getting a lot of, what is it with like trash mail, right? Mm-hmm. You're getting like notified by that person who gave you the email, and I feel like you're harassing them to be on top of you. And I think after a while people don't want to deal with that. They'll unsubscribe to the emails. They're not. I guess the whole thing is, for me, is the whole world is trying to sell you what they want you to buy. The whole world is trying to grab your money. And if you really are called to do this, and if you're really good to your clients, there's no reason why you can't be successful here. And my big old thing is pray, tithe, go to church, be obedient to God, and like I literally told God in January, I don't want work. I don't want work right now. I need a train to go to Big Bend, and I had no work. And then I think I did a quilt for Ingrid Hunt in February, and I said to her, you know, I just need time, and another client dropped off quilts. And then I said, you know what, God, I think I'm ready to work again. And I ended up getting 35 quilts came in. Yeah.
Rita Stone. She said, just joining in while sitting at the bank. Hope to get to watch you a lot today.
Yes, ma'am.
Ingrid also sent a thank you to CMB number 8. And she said that the photo was of her granddaughter.
It's beautiful. And I'm doing one also, but I still need to cut my fabric, Miss Hunt.
Ingrid also said, Lorena, you are very business savvy. I admire your work ethic and your heart.
I love you.
Arturo.
My son!
Oh, wow. It started today. Again, good luck with your video.
Son, and probably like dinner, lunchtime, bring me some coffee. Okay? I'll text you mine. But I love you guys. We're going to get off the live here. And we're probably going to go on a live on TikTok in a minute. We're also going to have to work at getting a couple quilts ready. But I will come back probably in 3 to 4 hours. Maybe sooner, maybe later. So it's 9:30. Maybe around 12:30 or 1. I'll come back and hang. And hopefully by then we have a couple quilts done.
And
I love you.
One more from Kathy Wilkins. And she said, good morning. Have a good week. And Arturo, okay, I'll bring some over around 12 or 12:30.
All right, I'll send you my coffee.
Okay.
I love you guys, okay? So we're going to get off the live. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to do a drawing for the winner. And all right, she wants me to show you what I'm giving. Well, no.
Are you going to wait?
I want to wait.
Okay.
I want to wait. You have to come back. All right.
Yes.
I love you. I'll let you watch the long arm working.
Okay.
Love it.
Okay.
Bye, you guys. Where's the remote, Miss Jones?
Oh, here it is. Oh, okay.
Let's do this. Okay. Start the stream.
Okay.